we get in these webinars, and then we will open up the Q&A. So we're going to kind of, do a review of what you heard, because there's a lot to digest, hit a few critical points where we do receive a lot of questions, and then open it up to the Q&A. Now, keep in mind, if you were invited here and you want to become a founding member like the rest of us and several people in the chat, you need to reach back out to the person who invited you, because the only way to become a founder is invitation only. And we just know after you hear the presentation today that you're going to jump on board like the rest of us once you hear what this business is all about. Okay, let's say hello to a few more people. Levy, hello, is saying hi to everyone. Bruce, oh yes, last night Bruce and I, we were hammering it out, but we got it, the job done. Shakir Basha, hello there. Azizul Hakim from Bangladesh is saying hello to everyone. So we're going to get started in less than 10 minutes or so. If you've been invited here, the person who invited you really cares about you and thinks you're something special, and so do we, because they want to share with you an opportunity to become a founding member with OnPassive. So today's webinar is for our guests. We love having all of our fellow founders here too. They help support the webinars. They help answer some questions in the chat. But keep in mind, founders, today's Q&A is for our guests only. We have our own private webinar on Mondays. We had one yesterday, a Q&A where you can ask any question you want, and that webinar lasts until the last questions are answered. Okay, there he is. Our man Red, Mr. Red Redford, Mr. Q&A. How you doing today, Red? Good to see your smiling face.
Very well, Susie. Thank you very much, and welcome everyone. Nice to see you all here. Thank you very much.
Hey, I just was telling Andy and Dan, and I've talked to Marty and Charles about this. We're going to try something just a little different today. We'll go through the presentation, and before we open the Q&A, I've done my Susie special where I'm going to do a recap. So I'm going to recap a few of the commonly asked questions for all of the people watching today, and that may help answer some of the common questions they may have, and then we'll open up the Q&A because it is a lot of information, and it's going to be spoken information. So sometimes our brains go off like this. So sometimes it's good to get a little recap, get you back on page, and then we'll go open the Q&A. It looks like we have Mr. Mike Ellis in the house. How are you, Mike? You're looking dapper today.
I'm good, Susie. How are you doing?
Good. I just want to make another comment because I'm very observant. You, Red, and Dan have the same color shirts on, basically. Now look at that. Who else would notice that?
I don't know.
Only a woman.
Yeah, and Red's the one without the glasses.
I used to wear glasses.
Oh, okay. Woo! We're all taking them off.
I take mine off. I can't see.
I know, me either. I have astigmatism in both eyes, and it's like I have progressive, so I'm all over the place. Red, how come? Did you get surgery?
No. I was short-sighted, and so I'd always had to take my glasses off to read and use the computer and stuff. And I think that comes from working in the kitchen all my life. But when we moved out to the glamping site in Hidden Valley, because I was outside and looking, near and far and distances, my muscles in my eyes got better, and so hence I didn't need them.
I thought maybe you were going to tell me you ate a lot of carrots.
No, that's only for seeing in the dark. And that was a massive publicity stunt, wasn't it, to fool Hitler?
No kidding. No kidding.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, anyway, welcome everybody. We're going to get started in a little bit. I'm going to say hello to the few people in the chat here. If I don't say hello, I'm not ignoring you. It's just I've got the glasses on and I may have missed you. So let's see. Yes, Bruce. Bruce is saying you're looking great, Andy. How about that? Oh, Edith. Hello, oh, Edith. We're Edith from South Africa, Durban, I believe. Bruce. Red is in the house. Yes. Hello, David from Medicine Hat, Canada. Hello. Mohammed Ijaz Alam is saying hello from India. Like I've told you, we are a global company. I always say that. A global company in over 200 countries across the globe. So you've been invited as a guest by someone who really cares about you and loves you because they want you to hear about what OnPassive is. So a little bit after the top of the hour, I'll introduce our first speaker. Going to have a couple speakers today that are going to present to you an overview of OnPassive. After that, I'm going to give a quick recap with some popular questions that come up. And then after that recap, we will go into the Q&A. The way the Q&A is going to work is we ask that you go down and you raise your hand. There's an icon for you to raise your hand. You may not see it, but we can see your hand raised. When we open up the Q&A, we will bring you from being an attendee onto the screen with us here. And if your screen's going to just change a little bit on Zoom, you're going to see a circle, and then we bring you on. When we bring you on, you will be able to see the microphone and the video camera so that you can unmute yourself, and we'll help you go through that. So you can be on live with the panel to ask any questions. And keep in mind, fellow founders who are attending today, today is for our guests. We love everybody. We love our founders. We love having our guests here. We have a founders only Q&A on Monday afternoons, 2 p.m. Eastern time every week. That's for you guys. Today is for our guests, so we can help them. We can help answer any of their questions. So let's say hi to a few more people. Bruce is saying hello. Oh, Ruth is saying hi to everyone. Linda Chapetta is saying hello from Tennessee. Tanya is saying the men in gray. Yes. Dr. Benny is saying hello to everybody. Andy didn't get the email about the gray t-shirt today, Andy. I know, I didn't either. Those three fellas didn't include me. As you can see, we are quite a group, and once you become a founder, you'll understand why we laugh a lot and smile a lot. We're all in this together, and we're in it to win it. And we know after you hear what you're going to hear today, you're going to want to jump on board. And the only way you can become a founder is through invitation. So you need to get back to the person who invited you. This is not, if you've been to other webinars where you feel pressured or pestered or tried to be convinced, and they shake you upside down and get your credit card out, and there's a big clock counting down saying, do it now, do it now. We don't do that here because, quite frankly, we don't have to do that. We are here to present information. If even a small part of that information gets your brain and your heart going, jump on board, because you're going to keep learning more and more and more. And once you do become a founder, you will sign a non-disclosure agreement, and you will have access to the back office where you will be provided even more information, and your brain and your heart is going to continue to tick, tick, tick. And you're going to go, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I jumped on board. So we're going to say hi to a few more people. You're going to hear a presentation today, a recap, and then Q&A. Yes, Dr. Benny, we're in it to win it. Bruce, hello, Bruce, is looking at Andy's smile. Yes, Andy has the light blue on. Levi, how are you doing from Mama Bolu, South Africa? I probably butchered that, but that's okay. Kathy Knight is saying we're in it to win it. Yes, we are. Hello, June Buckingham is saying hi to everyone from Southeast Texas. Okay, thank you. Yes, and Ethel, yes, welcome to all of our guests. So we have Andy Newsom here from Louisville, Kentucky. So I'm just going to recap, and then I'm going to introduce our first speaker today. So my name's Susie McCrae from Amherst, Massachusetts in the United States. This is a public guest webinar where we have guests who are invited to hear about a business called OnPassive. You're going to hear from a few speakers today, and after that we'll do a quick recap, and then we're going to open up to the Q&A. The Q&A today is for guests only. We do have a lot of founders who are participating as attendees watching this webinar. We love having them on here. They learn something new every time we do these, as well as myself. But the questions are reserved today for our guests, so please be mindful of that. When we do go into the Q&A, you'll be asked to raise your hand. We can see if your hand is raised, and then we will bring you as an attendee onto the panel here, and then you'll have access to unmute yourself. And that's my dog Charlie barking because she sees someone. You'll be able to unmute yourself. Okay, this meeting's being recorded. Okay, so without further ado, we'll get started, and we'll do the presentation and then the Q&A. And also, if you're being really shy, if you want to write a question in the chat, we'll scroll through that too, if you don't want to come on here. But remember, it's for guests only. So our first speaker is Marty DeGarmo from New Jersey, the state of New Jersey in the United States. And Marty, for over 17 years, was a project manager for a corporate company, and he's traveled all around the globe doing that. In the last 15 plus years, however, he has done online marketing. He has seen it all. He's experienced it all. And he has a lot of wisdom to share with you and a lot of experience. So those of you, whether you've been online before or not, it doesn't matter with OnPassive. This business is for everybody, but Marty's going to tell a little bit about himself, and his insight is very, very important for you to listen to. So go ahead, Marty, and I'll be back for the recap and Q&A.
Susie, thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. Panelists, hello, and all the attendees, thanks for being here. You'll be glad you were, I'm pretty sure of that. Like I said, welcome. It's June 1st. Can't believe that, but June 1st already. Half the year is over. Today you were invited for you can understand about this business of building wealth for you and your family. A little about myself, 61 years old. I have been online since 2004. And when I got online, my main thing was maybe I could make a little extra money. So I couldn't tell you the first opportunity I was in, but I did not make any money right away. In fact, I lost money. I lost a lot of money. Choke a horse money, okay? And there was many reasons why, and some of you have suffered through this. Many of you have. If you're here, you know what I mean. You only have to be in about a month to figure it's not as easy as people say. I'd get into a business just like everyone else and did whatever the guru said, and it just didn't seem to work out. And then when you do finally get in, and now they're telling you you've got to do what they're doing, and you can't. You don't know how. And they say they're going to help you, and they can't. They can't duplicate what they might have learned in 10 years. So I struggled along for, I don't know, 7 or 8 years, picking up a little bit here and there, but I just kept seeing these people, and it seemed like the same people are doing well, and they're jumping from one opportunity to the next. I'm like, man, this just isn't right. Something's wrong. And, and then I realized, you gotta know how to market. You gotta know how to drive traffic. You got the nicest page in the world, 3D spaceships and all this crazy stuff. If nobody's looking at it, you're dead in the water. You could have a Rembrandt behind your couch, nobody can see it. And you can buy the solo ads. We've all done that. Most of those are garbage. by the time you get the person's name and email, he's been talked to or asked about an opportunity about 1,700 times. He says some pretty colorful things to you when you're on the phone, and you're like, "Ooh, man, sorry I called him." Even when you're told these are fresh, yeah, they're fresh, all right. Yeah, they feel fresh. But anyway, that went on, and either that or you get in a business, and the next day it's gone. Website down or something happened, and you're going, "Whoa, wonder what happened." You wait a couple more hours, you try it again, it's not there. Other people are texting you, "What happened?" "Oh, I don't know." And it's gone, absolutely gone. And you might have invited friends and family in. So the friends and family are pretty upset. They lost whatever it cost to get in. Plus you had an auto ship, whatever that is. You all know the name of the story. It sucks, okay? It's a horrible story. It doesn't get any better. And most of the time we're all too dumb to stop because we think there's that chance we'll get it right. Everything will fall into place. Things that happen when you don't have a gun, huh? But anyway, so as time went on, I finally said, I got to learn how to market. So I got to learn how to do something here. I got to change this scenario. So I learned how to market a little bit. At the same time, I ran into Mike Ellis and Dan Street here, Alex. Hold on one second. And we were able to drive traffic. So we get in the business, you can start building a team. And I said, wow, this is pretty cool. It's a good feeling, build a team. Yeah. Well, you get in the business, come to find out, now the people in your team, even if you make a few bucks, you want to bring them with you. Guess what? You can't. Why? Because they're me 10 years ago. They don't know anything. I said, well, I'll just show you what I'm doing. No, you can't. It's not, you can't do it. I tried it. It's horrible. You can't duplicate what took you that many years to do. Unless you have big money, you can build a system, and you can, and the system has to be, dummy proof, right? It has to make everybody an expert instantly. And that was discouraging. We did that for a few years too. And then a couple of years ago, I was ready to stop trying online. I just wasn't going to do it. It's too much. It's just not fair. It's the same 3% that do it. Every company you go to, it's the same guys making money. Walking across stage with a 6-foot check. Look what I did. Yeah, I know you did it. I helped you get there. I know very well. Us and 30,000 other people. Well, a couple of years ago, I desperately looking for a business that gave an even playing field for everyone, anyone, anywhere. Was it a fairy tale? I thought it was. I really didn't think the business I was looking for even existed, but I was really hoping it did. I ran into Red here, Red and Peter. I knew them from years before because we worked together and I trusted them. And I noticed they were doing something. So I said, what are you doing, Red? And he said, we got in this business, amazing. So I asked pretty important questions, but the bar is low now, okay? I said, can I make money? Yep. People we bring in make money? Yep. Is there an auto ship? Nope. Are the products in high demand? Yes, and they're digital. So I'm not filling my closet. No auto ship. And the whole thing's 100% automated. Wham, bam, I'm in. I didn't even know the rest of them. Man, I paid, went back to Mike and Dan, said, look, whatever I said. They got in because they went through the same thing I did. Maybe we can find something here that everyone can do. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn over to Mike Ellis to take this blurry, crazy picture that I painted and put some structure to it and see why I'm babbling like an idiot, right? Because it's a business that anyone can do. Absolute anyone. Anywhere in the world, any education, no special skills, nothing. That's why I'm excited about it. Here's my business partner and expert in YouTube, by the way, Mike Ellis. Mike, there you go.
Yeah, no, thanks, Marty. I appreciate that. And this presentation really is for the new people that are just coming in and exploring OnPassive today. And as you've heard, and maybe you can relate to, Marty has talked about how hard it is to make money online. And it is. And it was that way for all three of us, Marty, Dan, and I, for probably 12 years. It was just very, very difficult. Even though we had the skill sets to make a little bit of money online, obviously the people coming in and have the same skill sets. It was just very, very difficult. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. And that brings us to OnPassive. And what I'm going to do with OnPassive today is I'm going to explain to you what OnPassive is going to do for you so that you can actually come online, develop an income, develop residual income, and develop wealth online. It's why we're here. If you can't do that, why be here? But with OnPassive, because of the extraordinary things that they've done, they're doing things online that have never been done online before in the history of business, online, offline. And when we look at OnPassive, they give us a solution, a way forward to actually take care of that bottom line. And again, that's why we're here. Now, OnPassive is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. They are an IT company. There are digital products that they have online. And as we look at OnPassive and the products of OnPassive, they will have a product for everybody that's online today, say 4.6 billion people. So the market that Ash and his team have picked is very, very large. Ash Mufareh is the CEO of OnPassive. He is the visionary of the brain trust behind OnPassive. And as we look at OnPassive, they are absolutely massive right now. I think Susie told you that we're in over 225 countries today. And it is just continuing to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. So as we look at OnPassive and the genius behind OnPassive, there are a lot of moving parts. Today, there are over 50 products in OnPassive to service those 4.6 billion people. So there has to be a lot of moving parts. But what Ash Mufareh has done for us, those individuals that want to come in and participate with OnPassive and build wealth, he's made it very, very simple for us. And if you understand 4 concepts and volume, you're going to understand a way forward to take care of that bottom line. And really the genius behind Ash Mufareh and what he's done for us is he's put together a business. And this is not a program. This is a business that is 100% automated. And I'll get into that. But what I'd like to do is go over those 4 concepts, very, very simple. You'll understand them as I go through them. And then understand how they fit together and how all of a sudden you've come into a business, you found a business that's 100% automated. That is so key in everything that we do online. If you don't have automation, it's really, really successful to be online. And always remember OnPassive AI IT, artificial intelligence, informational technology products. So let's get into the 4 concepts that Ash shared with us as we were coming into OnPassive. And again, they're very, very simple. The first one, as you come in, it is a self-funding program. All that means is as you come in, you'll pay once, you'll never go out of pocket again. For me, that was so refreshing because we've been doing this so long and we've been in so many different programs or businesses. We know as you come in, you pay, and then there's a monthly fee. I have no problem with that. That's part of doing business. But because these companies never generate any revenue, you pay and you pay and you pay, and after 6 months or a year, you're not bringing any revenue in, and you just decide, I can't pay anymore. I'm not making any money. That is not OnPassive. You will come in, you will pay once, you'll never go out of pocket again. Again, I thought that was absolutely awesome. The next one is something that everybody, when they hear it, their ears perk up and they go, I kind of like that. And what it is for success. As you come into OnPassive, OnPassive is going to force you to be successful. Now, nobody coming into OnPassive really knows what that means initially, but they love the sound of it. And all it means is as you come into OnPassive, OnPassive is going to force you to build wealth online. Not only are they going to force you to build a residual income, but they're going to force you to build wealth online. Again, that's where we all want to be. In order to explain that, I need to go over to the product side and the customer side. And this is where everything becomes very, very clear, especially for success. As we look at the product side of OnPassive, the IT products of OnPassive, and they range anywhere from a marketing platform that has all the tools we use to market online, autoresponder, page builder, funnel builder, webinar, anything we use to market online will be in there, to an educational platform, Academy, which people can come on, put their content on, and then throw it out to the world for those individuals that want to come in and use that content. Whether it's an HR platform, human resources platform, where businesses can come in and manage their human resources department. And again, there are 51 other products out there. All of them are built from the ground up. They're proprietary, cutting edge technology, brand new technology, superior, lower price point. Now, that last thing would get me in a heartbeat. Number one, they're superior. I love that, but at a lower price point. Anytime you can bring something innovative to the online ecosystem, and most of these products, most of these niches are being serviced by other companies right now, but not with the products of OnPassive. Because the products of OnPassive are superior at a lower price point, people will flock in to use the products of OnPassive, which takes us to the customer side. The customer side of OnPassive, it is everybody. It can be K through 12, it can be colleges, it can be small, medium, large size businesses, it can be governments, it can be personal use. There will be something in OnPassive that everybody can use. And as people come into OnPassive and start to use the products of OnPassive, they will never leave. Why? Superior, lower price point. People will come in, they'll use these products, and they'll never leave. And here's what's really, really cool for you and I, those individuals that want to participate with OnPassive. As customers come in to use a superior product at a lower price point, there will be a monthly fee. And these customers today, they're already paying a monthly fee for whatever they're using out there today, an inferior product. So they'll come in, use the products, and pay a monthly fee. Why is that so important for you and I? Because of that, our income becomes a residual income. And primarily, OnPassive is a customer-based business. So as customers come in, land underneath us, our income becomes residual. And because of what OnPassive does, because of the sheer volume OnPassive can do, that number will never be stagnant. It will always be going up, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. And again, because of what OnPassive has done, we have great longevity. So we have time to get wherever we need to get, whether it's $1,000 or $100,000 a month, to get to that place where we take care of those needs we have, financial needs that we have. So when we look at OnPassive and we look at the product side and the customer side, it is just a match made in heaven. The products are superior, lower price point. Customers are going to come in, absolutely love them. And because of that, we get really, really happy. We get a residual income. And from a residual income, we can now build wealth. So everything fits together like hand in glove. And if you keep it simple and you focus on those four concepts, self-funding, for success, product, customer, and then you add volume to it, we are in such a unique position to have 100% automated business. And I'll get to that in just a little bit. 100% automated business that will literally change our lives. So today in OnPassive, there is a position, it's called the founder position. This is how we come into OnPassive. And the founding position, it does one thing and one thing alone. It locks you into the company of OnPassive, and it locks you into the pay structure of OnPassive. The founding position today is $97. Now, there are other benefits to the founding position, coming in and locking your position in the company and to the pay structure. A couple of things I'll talk about just very, very quickly that the founding position will do for all of us, those individuals participating with OnPassive. As you come in and become a founding member, and we go into the soft launch, and I will talk about the launch in just a little bit, but as we come into the soft launch, OnPassive is going to do some really, really unique things for those individuals in OnPassive, those founding members. And the first thing they're going to do is they're going to start driving traffic, and they're going to start signing up additional founders underneath you. And what that does for you is it gives you another stream of revenue. Anyone lands on your team, whether it's a founder or a customer, it's another stream of revenue. The more streams of revenue you have, the quicker you get to that place where you don't have to worry about finances. So what it does is it cuts time frames and gets you to that place where you want to be. The other thing that the founding position will do as we go into the global launch, Ash and his team is actually going to drive more traffic for you personally because you are a founding member. And if you know anything about traffic, the more eyes you get in front of what you're doing, whatever that is, the more chances you have of individuals coming in and buying what you have, which are the products of OnPassive. So the founding position, $97, I always recommend you come in, become a founder, and as you continue to learn about OnPassive, it just gets better and better and better. So as we get into the global launch of OnPassive, this is when all the founding members will come into OnPassive and will have to come in and buy a membership level. This is the way we will all come into OnPassive so we can get paid. We'll come in, we'll become a member. That particular fee is about $250. This is the fee you will pay once. You'll never have to go out of pocket again. Then you'll go into your back office, you'll click a button and become independent resellers of the IT product. Why did I go over that diatribe? This is the process we have to go through in order for OnPassive to pay us. But you come in, become a member, you pay once, you never have to go out of pocket again. Then you become an independent reseller of IT product. We have to have that label in order for OnPassive to pay us. It has to do with the regulations, not only in the United States, but around the world, okay? So let's back up to the membership level. Here's how it's gonna work. This is where it gets very, very interesting for you. This is how it's gonna work for you. As we come in and pay the $250, we not only get all the products of OnPassive, but OnPassive is going to go to work for us. Here's what they're going to do. They're going to come in and out of the tool chest of products that we have, they're going to go to the automated marketing platform tool, that product, and they're going to pull out all the IT products and they're going to build a sales platform for you. Okay, a sales platform for you. They're going to hook it up to AI. Therefore, it's going to become 100% automated. You don't have to do anything here. OnPassive is doing this all for you. They're going to work for us. After they do that, they're going to go back into the tool chest. They're going to take out their product of traffic. Then they're going to start driving traffic for all of us. And OnPassive is primarily a customer-based business. They're going to be bringing in customers by the millions because of the products of OnPassive. As these customers come in and land underneath you, that's how you get paid. Here's how it works. It's a lot like you were working with a company and you're on commission sales. You go make a sale for $100, they pay 10%, you're going to make $10. So as these individuals land underneath you, you get a commission off of their volume. This is how OnPassive works. The only difference is it's a completely 100% automated sales platform for you, hooked up to AI. They're going to bring the traffic in. Here's where it gets really, really cool. They're going to manage everything. They're going to manage the people coming in. They're going to manage the sale. As the customers come in and buy the products, they're going to manage the customer and the product. These customers, as they come in, they're not even going to know you, which is a good thing. We don't want them to know us. We just want them to come in, use the products, love the products, pay the monthly fee. We get a residual income. We build wealth. That might have been a little quick, but OnPassive is so unique, so revolutionary, and what they do for you and I as individuals that want to build wealth online, it's extraordinary. What I've just described is 100% automated. It is not a passive business. In other words, there are things you're going to have to do as you come in. The main thing is you're going to have to manage the money you're going to make with OnPassive, but there are some other things that will even cut timeframes quicker than that we'll get into at another time. But believe me, it gets better and better and better. Okay. So we've got OnPassive going to work for us. Let's talk about a couple of products and volume just very, very quickly. All the products of OnPassive are superior, and they're in very, very large niches. That's important for us because the larger the niche, the more people that can come in. The two products I want to talk about to give you an idea of the sheer volume that's going to be coming in for all of us, specifically you though. The two products I want to talk about is Ocademy and OStaff. Ocademy is an educational platform. Now, if we look at educational platforms online today, and they are out there, they're not as good as OnPassive, but they are out there. They do about $225 billion in revenue a year. 225 billion. Okay, that's a lot of money. If we look at OStaff, which is an HR platform, human resources platform, companies can come in and manage their human resources department. They too they're out there right now, again, not as good as OnPassive, but there are companies out there servicing that niche. And the amount of revenue they do a year, again, $2.25 billion in revenue, okay? These are massive niches. We know that OnPassive is superior and will take market share away from them. How much? I don't know. Will it be 25? Will it be 30, 40, 50%? We don't know yet, but I believe, based on what I've seen and what I've heard Ash talk about, it is going to be a major portion of that market we're going to take away. Even if we only take away 25% of that market the first year with 2 products, OnPassive would be a unicorn company by the end of the first year. Unicorn company is a company that has a value of $1 billion after 1 year. Actually, most companies, no company's done it in 1 year. It usually takes them 5 to 10 years to 20 years to get to $1 billion companies. With these 2 products, OnPassive would be a unicorn company. And what I want you to think about is the billions of dollars that are coming in. Where are they going to land? They're going to land, the majority of it, they're going to land under the founding members of OnPassive, those individuals participating with OnPassive. It gives you an idea of how quickly your business can grow because of what OnPassive can do for us. Now, these are 2 products making OnPassive a unicorn company in 1 year. That's pretty dang good. It's never been done before, ever, ever, ever. But we know today, with the 49 other products that are there, again, all superior, all in massive niches, all at a lower price point. We already know, as OnPassive launches to the world day 1, that they will be a unicorn company day 1. Now, it's never been done in a year to be a unicorn company. OnPassive is doing it day 1 because of how they've structured OnPassive, how they put it together, all the groundwork they've done for not only the company of OnPassive, but for you and I. Day 1, they will be $1 billion company. Now extrapolate that out a year as a founding member, becoming an independent reseller of the IT product, and these product sales going underneath us. Where do you think you're going to be? I'm going to let you think about that. Use your imagination. I can tell you whatever you think of. I don't care what you think of. It's better than that. You know, when we think about Ash Mufareh, and again, Ash is the visionary. He's the brain trust. And the things he's done online with his tech team in Hyderabad, they're 600 strong. There's 600 technicians in Hyderabad that make all the products for OnPassive. But the things he's done and the way he's structured it, as he came in and started to develop OnPassive, one of his main goals was to share the wealth. And the sheer wealth that's going to be coming into OnPassive, to share that with the founding members, those individuals that are participating with OnPassive. And he didn't want to share 10% or 20% or 30%. He wanted to share the major bulk of OnPassive with those individuals and bring them on and force them to be successful. If you've been online any amount of time, and Marty went over this a little bit, it's really, really hard to be successful online. And we know, for whatever reason, 97% of the people that come online fail. They just flat out fail. I don't know why. Ash wanted to turn that number around and make it 97% of the people coming online succeeding. This is the kind of heart that our CEO has. He's here to help people. Most corporations that are very, very successful, multi-billion-dollar corporations, they keep it in the family. They do not share it. A little bit, but not much. That is not Ash Mufareh. He wants to share the wealth of OnPassive with those individuals participating with OnPassive. And as we look at the volume that we're going to be doing, whether we take 25% of all those niches we're in, or 30 or 40 or 50, and we will over time, but wherever we start, it will be something that has never been done online before. And Ash Mufareh has already told us he's going to share that with you and I. We are in such a unique position today. This company is global. There are no limits. They don't cap the amount of money you can make. There are no qualifications. You're not going to get to a point where you're making $5,000 and then they're going to throw stuff at you, so you have to qualify to make more. That is not OnPassive. There are no qualifications. IA makes all of this possible, 100% automated. And when we look at what Ash and his team have done, it truly is remarkable that we have a way forward, not only to replace income, whatever you want to replace, but to build wealth. OnPassive today, absolutely 100% made for you and I. Keep in the back of your mind, keep it simple, self-funding for success, product, customer, volume, and that OnPassive is a global company. We will be here for the long haul. Let me hit launch just very, very quickly, because we'll get that question if I don't. As we look at the launch of OnPassive, we are in the launch right now. We are in pre-launch. We will go right into soft launch, and then we will go into the global launch. Pre-launch is a time where Ash is releasing the products to us for us to review. That's happening right now. Once he has enough products out there, we will go right into soft launch. As we go into soft launch, that is a testing period. We will go into soft launch. Not only can we review the products, we will be able to use the products. This is a period of time where they're testing the merchants, the products. They're seeing if we can break them. We can't. They're superior. Once we get done with the soft launch, we will go right into the global launch and launch the products of OnPassive to the world to bring in customers for those individuals that are participating, those founding members. So this is OnPassive. It's made for you and I. We are in the process of launching right now. If you're not a founder, come in, pay the $97, lock your position in, continue to study OnPassive. And I know I'm talking pretty quick, but I know we have a lot of questions too. So I want to get through this, but continue to explore OnPassive. I can tell you from experience, every time Ash comes out, it gets better and better and better. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And our vision of OnPassive and what it's going to do for us, it just continues to expand. So come on in, become a founding member. If you have any questions, this is the great venue to ask them. We have some great leaders up here. Believe me, you will not be able to ask them a question they can't answer. And from here, I'm going to turn it over to Susie. I hope I didn't say so much you can't recap, Susie, but you pick out the important things, and I think that's a great thing. Kind of recap, and then we'll get on to the questions. Go ahead, Susie.
Okay, thank you so much, Mike. I always love hearing you speak because it makes me want to join all over again. So I'm Susie McCray, and everyone you see on the panel here has years and years and years of experience online. Charles with technology, IT and technology. So you're amongst a great group. And I'm going to tell you what my experience is. My experience is I know how to read people, and I know how to get a feel for people. And immediately when I was introduced to OnPassive, I immediately was attracted to the CEO, the people, the vision, and I'm surrounded by unbelievable, great people. And that has kind of diminished any kind of anxiety or insecurities I initially had with OnPassive. I jumped right on board because I caught the vision and then continued my learning process. So with my experience, I have other experience, but I know how to read people, and I'm telling you, this company is for real. So as Mike was saying, keep it simple. There's a lot of information, and sometimes we overcloud it. So I'm going to just do a brief recap. And then, like I said, you're going to be able to ask this panel with a wealth. They have a wealth of background and experience to answer your questions. So let's get back to the basics. And I don't mind me if I read my notes. OnPassive is a IT AI company in pre-launch. Information technology fueled by artificial intelligence. You have the opportunity to become a founding member and partner with the rest of us with our CEO and earn profit when the company launches. It's $97 one-time out-of-pocket fee, not every month $97, $97 plus a $5 activation fee to become a founding member. That is a ridiculous price, so low, unbelievable value. And then when the company does launch, the official launch to the globe, you will pay out of pocket an additional time, around $200, $250, one time out of pocket to become a customer / reseller and to have access to all the products. And yes, every month that fee needs to be paid, But the good news is it doesn't come out of your pocket. It comes out of the profit that you're earning from OnPassive. So how great is that? The other great thing I like about that is that what the company does is it will hold back your profit in a funding wallet. And when it's reached that amount, the rest of your money will go into your wallet where you can withdraw anytime you want, as much as you want. That is your money. Now, a lot of times we get a question, well, Susie, what if in the second month I don't have enough money to pay my monthly subscription? Well, we doubt that that's going to happen, but should it happen, no worries, your account is paused. And as you accumulate your commissions, your monthly fee will be paid. It could just be a day or two that you might be a little short. Your earnings do not go up to someone else or down to someone else. Our CEO doesn't play that game, okay? He is the correction to the corruption. Your account gets paused, but I don't think you really, really need to worry about that. We have products, we have digital products, like Mike said, that are superior to what is out there. Those products are already selling across the globe from other companies, but we have far superior products at a much lower price point. Customers are going to be flocking to us. As Mike said, OnPassive is fully automated. So this is the part I love. When we launch, they are going to advertise, they are going to market, they are going to get customers for us, they are going to support the customers, they are going to continually add features to products and add new products for our customers. Susie does not have to answer all the customers' questions. Susie does not have to manage customers. OnPassive is doing that for us. How great is that? And as customers come in, like Mike says, we earn a piece of the pie. So you can either be passive, meaning you can let the company do what it's going to do for you, which is great. I have a lot of friends and family that are passive. Or you can be engaged. Now is the time if you want to be engaged. That means sharing it with other people, which will cut timelines for you to achieve what you want to achieve and your goals financially. But you don't have to. You don't have to recruit, and that's what we love about it. The other question that comes up frequently, if I have another business, can I bring that business onto the OnPassive platform? Absolutely. There will be a process to make sure it's a legitimate company that gets approved. So you'll have your OnPassive business automatically doing its thing. You're earning commissions from it. And then you can take your current business and put it on the marketing platform and use one of those tools, which is called traffic. And for those of you who may not understand exactly what traffic is getting targeted customers to visit your site. They will drive quality targeted customers to your site. That's what traffic is. The other thing, another question that comes up, can I have multiple accounts? Can I be a founder more than once? The answer is yes. As long as you have a unique email address, you can get more than one founder account. Several people have done that. Several people have gotten accounts for themselves, for their loved ones, for their grandchildren. And the best part about it is your founder position can be willed. Okay, so that's a question that comes up quite a bit. But the basic simple thing is we're in pre-launch right now. Soon we're going to be in soft launch, where as founders, we're going to be able to help beta test the products if we choose to, and then we're going to have the official launch. OnPassive is not an MLM, so get that out of your head. It's not a multi-level marketing company. It's a real company, brick and mortar. It's a real business with digital products. Like I said, we are the correction to the corruption, as our CEO says. And I'm going to end this with our CEO really, like Mike had says, he could gain all of this wealth from this company, but that's not what he's about. What he's about is having us partner with them, share the wealth, take care of our needs, and then go back out and help humanity. So with that said, like I said, we have a wonderful panel here with lots of experience. Like Mike said, not one question will stump anybody here. So what we're going to do is open up the Q&A. So if you have a question, you can raise your hand and I will bring you on, or yeah, Marty, I can bring them on if you want. I'll bring on a few people. You're going to see your computer may change a little bit as you come on, and then we'll be able to unmute you. If you are shy, you could type your questions down in the chat, and between Red and I, we'll see if we can see any there. So let's see. If you raised your hand by mistake, please lower it. I'm promoting. Okay. I seem to. Okay, we got Kate coming in. I don't know, Red, do you see anything in the
I'm just checking the chat now, so I'll be
okay.
within a sec.
I got a few people that should be appearing soon. Like I said, OnPassive, you have to become a founder, it's by invitation. So you need to get back to the person who invited you. Yeah, I'm having trouble bringing people on. So maybe either Marty or Charles. I know sometimes when we all try to do it, it can.
Whilst you're doing that, Susie, I'll just bring up one point that I've just seen Marty done. Any guests who are here watching this at the moment, if you want a copy of this presentation that you've just experienced, if you go down to that chat area, Marty DeGarmo has put a link in there to write an email to him, and he will post you via email a copy of this Zoom meeting that we've just had here, so that you can refresh yourselves, you can go back over the parts and get yourself more accustomed with this presentation. So go into the chat area, Marty's put his email link there, and you'll be able to, he will send you a copy of this Zoom link, okay?
Okay, we do have a question. It says, how many people do we need to make $10,000 a month? That question comes from Felicia. So on the panel would like to answer that. Go ahead, Andy.
Hi, esteemed colleagues. It's a very good question. We have a compensation plan that is proprietary. However, we are told that if you have 3 direct customers in your group, you will cover the cost of your monthly subscription. So if the monthly subscription is 250 odd, then you can do the math. But what we do is we do a regular rotator. In other words, we take on new customers, and every founder gets new customers. They're put in the rotator, and all of these customers are sent to each and every one of the founders' websites, and then the company closes the sale. They form part of your group. So if, as an example, we have every rotation for you as a founder, then it's 3 equals 4 times 3 equals 12 plus your 4, 16, and so on. And at the end of the first year, you'd have 256 people in your group if you did absolutely nothing. So the likelihood of reaching $10,000 a month, it could be within 2 years, it could be sooner. Like most of us here, it took me, unfortunately, 4.
Yeah, no, that's really, really good, Andy. But I do want to say a couple of things about the compensation program. You know, when you think about the compensation program with OnPassive, there are
I don't know. I think we'll be. Oops, sorry.
That's okay, Susie. there are so many variables in the compensation program. And when I say that, don't think of it as a negative thing. It's a very, very positive thing. But there are so many variables with the compensation program. We all have the opportunity to get to that place, and we'll just use your number to make $10,000 a month. Okay. And when you start to understand the sheer volume that's going to be coming into OnPassive, we believe the first year there'll be 100 million customers coming into OnPassive. A certain portion of those individuals are going to land underneath you, regardless of how the compensation plan is structured. And I can tell you, whatever you think about the compensation program, it's better. I have seen a little bit of it. Can't talk about it because it's proprietary. But as you look at the compensation program and you look at a figure that you want to get to, just understand OnPassive gives you the ability to get there. And as you come in and learn more about OnPassive, you're going to learn how to cut time frames and how to do that quicker. But even if you come in and you are a lone wolf and you do nothing else and you let OnPassive go to work for you, over time, I believe whatever your goal is, you will reach it. And I don't believe it's going to take a lifetime. I think it's going to take, for most businesses, a very, very short period of time to get to that place where you just don't worry about finances. So compensation program, we will see it when we go into the hard launch, probably a little bit before that. It's going to blow your mind. And when you start thinking about a figure, start thinking bigger. That's it.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
One more thing I want to add. Keep in mind, most of you mathematically haven't made a dime online ever. So you're going to be successful in this business, guaranteed. How fast? You could make it faster, but you're going to be. There's the biggest plus of all. You're going to be successful. You're going to do very well. You want to make it quicker? Share it with Aunt B and Bobo and everybody else in your family, or buy positions. But that's the part of this that's beautiful. You will be successful. I've never had that before, ever.
Love that. Don't you just love that? Okay, a couple questions here. Marty, they want you to put your email again in the chat. Juan or Wani is saying, what's the difference between having 3 accounts and having 3 people / invitees under you? Does it make any difference? Who would like to answer that? Go ahead, Red.
Okay, it's a good question and one that gets asked quite a lot. The one thing you must remember with OnPassive is every single person who is in your team is another stream of income. Okay, every account that you hold is another stream of income. So what is the difference between having 3 personal accounts or having 3 people within your team? The major benefit is if you have 3 separate accounts, this gives you 3 goes at making 3 big teams. Whereas if you have 1 account, you're going to have 1 team under you. Okay. As far as the earning potential is concerned, it depends on how much of a builder you are or not. If you're not a good builder, then there is far more benefit to have extra accounts and let the company do the work for you. But then don't forget, you have to fund those accounts. Okay, so if you have the 1 account, you're funding 1 account, but if there's 3 people underneath it, then you haven't got anything to pay at all, and the company will build underneath those 3. But it's just 1 account that you have. The 3 accounts, if you have the money and you can fund those accounts, that makes more financial sense in the long run. And especially if you are not a marketer or builder, this is definitely the way to go, because down the road will be much more financially beneficial to you. I hope that has helped answer the question.
Okay, thank you, Red. We have another one. When is the time for founders enrollment terminating? So I guess the question is, how late can people sign up as a founder? Who would like to answer that? Marty?
I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay.
When this goes into hard launch or launching to the world, it's over. Could be before that, but it's very, very soon. We get into soft launch. After soft launch, it goes to hard. guaranteed after the doors close at hard launch, it'll never be opened again for a founder, ever. And there are perks for being a founder, some we don't even know about yet. And for $97, this shouldn't even be a discussion. I mean, it's mind-blowing what you're getting for $97.
Exactly. And I want to add to that.
Yeah, the other.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Red.
No, you're probably going to say the same as what I'm going to say. That the one thing we have been told by Ashmi Farah is that he has got a figure in mind of the amount of founders he wants. We don't know what it is, but as Marty said, it could be before we go to hard launch. So if you want that founder's position or you want extra accounts, get in now whilst you can.
Yeah, one other thing.
That's not what I was going to say, by the way.
I was going to say.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. No, one other thing about the Marty was talking about the soft launch. We're in the pre-launch right now, but once we go to the soft launch, the price of that becoming a founder is going to go up. We don't know exactly what that is, so I would say the sense of urgency to get in is right now before the soft launch, because you're going to get in at $97 and not whatever the price is going to be at soft launch.
Okay, good point. So my point was going to be, when we talk about launching and going public, we are not going to be a public company. We will never be on the stock market. This is a private company, and as a founder, you are not a stockholder. You are a partner with the CEO and the company, and you are entitled to earn commissions. Okay, so it will never ever be public. The one question was, someone said, I checked and we are not registered in India. Why? Would someone like to answer that question? Okay, Red?
The answer to that is you are mistaken. They are registered in India, and they were registered in January of this year as a limited company. There is documentation that you could probably find online if you put OnPassive, that is, but they are a registered company in India. If you look into the records in Hyderabad, that is where they are registered at their offices there. So unfortunately, I don't know where you got that information from, but that is not correct.
Okay, thank you, Red. We have
one more. Yeah, if it was correct, you got to go tell people in that six-story building and 700 people that they're not there. So I think that might be a problem.
Yeah, it's a good point actually. If you do want to see where the offices are in Hyderabad, if you go onto Google Earth and you put in OnPassive Hyderabad, you can actually zoom in and have a look at it yourself for yourself.
Yeah, and if you need that address, go to onpassive.com. You can tool around and see different things there. We do have a guest with their hand up. Diallo, you're unmuted. Would you like to ask your question? I think I'm saying your name right. Diallo? Diallo. Diallo. Hi,
Yeah.
welcome. Would you have a question for the panel?
Yeah, you give me an explication for what is Zoom, this group.
What is a what? Could you repeat that?
I don't speak English very well.
Okay.
I want to have an explication.
You want an application?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You want explication of what, Diallo? That you can say it in French, okay? You speak French?
OnPassive. What is it?
Okay. Did you just join us? Were you here from the beginning?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. What's your main language? French?
Yeah, French. Yeah.
Okay. We have a French webinar tomorrow at 3 p.m. Do you want to attend that? Maybe you understand better.
Ok.
Nous avons un webinaire en français demain vers 15h.
Ok, Inch'Allah. Okay.
Bon, si tu veux, je peux mettre le lien quelque part pour toi.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I just told him to come to the French webinar tomorrow at 3 p.m.
I know exactly what you told them.
Yeah, that's how it translated to me. I mean, that was like seamless. Okay, I'm trying to bring people on, but they're coming on and then either getting nervous or I'll try to promote a few more. Someone's asking, Felicia's asking, how do I become a founder? Well, I can answer that for you, Felicia. Whoever invited you to this webinar, you get back to them and they will give you their personal registration link so you can sign up under them. Okay, so make sure, get back to the person and say, I want to be a founder, and they will help get you set up. Okay, we have Charles Rubin on. If you'd like to unmute yourself, Charles, and ask your question to the panel. Charles, oh, here you go. Hi, Charles.
Yeah, good evening.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm Charles. I'm calling from Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria.
Welcome.
Thank you. I was introduced to coming for this webinar Zoom meeting, and I just came in barely some minutes. I really don't understand what it's all about, so I want to be informed what it's all about so I can flow as the meeting progresses. Thank you.
Okay, the meeting is already over, my friend. Unfortunately, you will have to come to another one. Either listen to a recording, we have lots of recordings, or you come to another one. The next one is Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, because it's really hard for us to take 2, 3, 4 minutes and explain the business concept to you, right?
Okay.
So how about whoever invited you, we can have them send you a recording. And then after listening to the recording, you may have questions. You can come to our live webinar on Saturday morning. How about that?
Okay, Saturday morning, what time, please?
11 a.m. Eastern. That would be 4 p.m. in Nigeria.
Okay, 4 p.m.
And please
okay,
come on time, because I'm going to start, we'll log the webinars now for those coming late, because it doesn't make sense to come late and you want us to start all over.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was a connection problem. I would have come in on time. I was having difficulties to connect.
No problem. But what we can do now is to get you the recording. And because we really want you to come to our company, it's a great company. It's a great opportunity. You don't want to miss out. Okay. So get the recording, listen to it. And then if you have questions, feel free to come to our Saturday webinar. You can sign up and then come to the webinar. We are still going to take your questions if you want. Okay.
All right, sir.
But that way, it's better for you. It's better for us.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, Charles, we have a few more questions here. My sponsor has 375 people on his team. What does that mean? Who would like to answer?
You got it? It means he doesn't have 400 yet. No, no, it means he's got a really good sized team, and that's great for him. He's doing a good job. What do you mean by money? We already talked about that. He's got a better chance than if somebody has 0. In fact, 375 better chance. But I'm not sure what you want to know. Other than, yeah, that's a nice team.
It means I'm jealous, Marty.
It means that, yeah, they have a big team, and if you join, you're going to be on a good team, I'm sure. And hopefully he's a good leader, or she is a good leader. Okay, we have a question from Yvette. Please, what if you have 2 team and yourself? Can that make up the 3 team? ? Who would like to answer that? Andy, it's all yours.
Sorry, what was it? What was the lady's name?
Okay.
Yvette.
Yvette. Yes.
Yvette.
Yes.
Okay. Yvette, as Mike has quite rightly pointed out, there are potentially 4.6 odd billion customers, and in the first year we will take on an estimated 100 million customers. We are currently 670 odd thousand founders. If you have 2 in your team, then the company will add another one to you directly. And that may be in soft launch. You may be lucky enough to get one in soft launch, but in hard launch, it's more than likely in the first few days. Ash did a test and they did a test to see how long it would take to get 1 million opt-ins. That's with people that are interested in the products, that put their name, their email address and telephone number down. Now that at that point they didn't use the artificial intelligence, but they wanted to test the system anyway, and it took them 4 days. 4 days. Okay, so with the artificial intelligence and with the machine learning, that could bring that down to 12 hours. No idea. But bottom line is, I certainly wouldn't worry about getting 3 on your team within a very short period of time. We're likely to have customers coming in through the doors as soon as we go to launch, and it'll just go nuts. So it's you and 3 direct is your team, and once you have those, then the commission coming in each month will cover your monthly cost. We are less than 1% of the first year's customer base. Okay, less than 1%. So let that sink in. Hope that helps.
Okay, thank you. We have.
Susan, can I say something real quick?
Sure, of course. Oh, you're muted again. You're muted, Charles.
Yeah, this is about the.
Oh, you're muted again. Something's going on with you.
Hey, I don't know. Okay, how about now?
There you go. We can hear you. Okay.
Okay, I just posted on the chat.
Oh, you got muted again.
It is not me. Definitely not me. I don't know what's happening.
I think
Zoom is acting up today.
Yeah, I think Marty's muting you. I can tell.
Marty doesn't want me to talk, right?
No, we love hearing you talk. Go for it.
Okay, I just posted a link for the French webinar for the guy that asked.
I just muted Baba. Okay, you're muted again, Charles. Okay, try it again. You just
I'm
posted.
done. I just posted a link for the French webinar.
Hello.
Okay, Baba, you want to unmute yourself? You're on the panel.
Now he doesn't want to talk.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Baba.
Yeah,
hi.
Hi,
what's
how
your
are you?
question?
Yeah, it's about OnPassive. So how to become a member of OnPassive, and how to become a member, and try to explain me deeper, because I don't understand really what is OnPassive. Can you explain me? Can I have more explications, and how to become a member of OnPassive?
I got this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Baba,
yeah.
Listen, get back to the person that invited you here. They can give you a link. You sign it, pay the $97 plus $5, and you will be a founder. To understand this business, I put my email inside the chat area. If you send me an email, I will send you a recording of this webinar so you can look at it, listen to it, and then stop it and rewind it if you don't understand something, to get a better insight of what it's all about.
And also, Baba sounds, he has a French accent to me. Do you speak French? Is French your first language?
Yes, French is my first language, but I
tell,
also,
I can tell my people. So what I want to say,
I can also speak French, English.
Okay, well, you have choices. We have a French webinar tomorrow.
Both. I can speak both French and English.
Right. The reason I asked is because you said you don't understand the business, and we just did a presentation in English.
Yeah, because I'm newcomer. I just joined you.
Oh, you came late to the meeting. That's why.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. All right. Get the recording from Maddie then.
Okay.
And listen to it. Yeah.
Thank you. So
Okay.
if you can send me some documents about it, or some video by my phone or by my mail address, it will be verified.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Maddie will do that. Send him an email. He'll get you some recordings. His email is on the chat.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Baba.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You're welcome. We have a question from Galaxy J5 Prime. What if I become a founder and have zero in my team? Will OnPassive pay me when they launch? Who would like to answer that? Red, go for it.
Okay. OnPassive, as has been said time and time again so far through this presentation, is 100% automated, done for you, and you don't have to do anything. Okay. If you have zero on your team, every single founder has to pay for their first month's subscription to activate their account. Okay, regardless of how many people are in your team, if you have 0, 2, 3, 10, 100, 1,000, doesn't really matter. Everyone has to pay for their first month. We are paying the company to drive traffic to our websites for us to make a residual income by the commissions of the customers buying these products and digital products and services. So if you start with 0, okay, within the first month, there is a fair chance you will have 3 in your team. So the second month, I haven't mowed the grass yet, Marty.
I just muted you, Marty.
So there's a fair chance within the first month you'll have 3 in your team, which means when you come to the second month, there is 0 to pay for you. Once you get to then month 2, you're going to have another 3 in your team, okay? And then you are straight into profit. Okay, so as far as the question is concerned, will OnPassive make money for me with 0 in my team? The answer is yes, but it will take time. This is why it's tangible reasons to introduce people and build a team whilst we have the chance now in pre-launch, okay, and through soft launch before we launch to the world. I hope that has helped answer the question.
Thank you, Red. We have Lucian Mulimbi on the panel. If you would like to unmute yourself, Lucian, and ask your question. Hello.
Yes, hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing well.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm considering OnPassive as a legacy, something I can leave to my children and my everyone who comes behind me. So I would like to know, what if someone who is a founder dies? What happens next?
Go for it, Susie.
His account will be closed. Or it will mean. Yep. So that's my question.
Okay, that's an excellent question, and it's a commonly asked one. And you can will your founding position to whoever you choose. Our CEO has set this up so that the founders and people within the company, it stays. You don't get lost. The account doesn't dry up, but you want to make sure that you have that written in your will with the information about your account so that it can go to whoever you decide to will it to. Okay.
Oh, okay. I hope at the coming time there's gonna be a mechanism to make it or to do it in the right way.
Yep. You'll be all set. Once you yes. Okay.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Lucian. We also have Yakubu on. If you would like to unmute yourself, is it Yakubu? We can see you. There. You are. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening from Nigeria.
Hi.
Fine. Yes. My question is that you said that the commission that I will get from 3 of my referrals will be enough for a month subscription. What if I have 4 referrals? Will I get the commission of the 4th one as my earning in the 1st month?
Would someone like to answer? Andy, go for
it. What our CEO has said is, if you have 3 direct, then your monthly subscription becomes free. So as I said, if the monthly cost works out to be $250, you can do the maths. If you have 4, that means you're in profit in the first month. So what will happen is the money to cover your monthly subscription will go into your virtual wallet, and then the spillover will go into your actual wallet that will allow you to then withdraw that. And as soon as it's in that wallet, you can simply withdraw it. So yes, if you have 4, you're starting into profit, and you will be able to withdraw that immediately. It's in your wallet.
Does that answer your question? And do you have another question?
Yes, I'm good. It answered my question. So I will try to get many referrals.
Okay. Smart move. Thank you for being on. Okay, we have Oyeleki. Come on, Charles, help me.
Oyeleki. Go ahead, Oyeleki.
Oyeleki. Thank you. I was close.
Yeah, you were close. You were close.
Please unmute yourself and ask your questions. Oyeleki. Okay, we're bringing a few other people on. I know Red has been answering some questions in the chat down below. So those of you who are watching, you can see some of those questions. Seems like people are coming on and off. We have okay, Zoom user. Okay.
Zoom user, can you go ahead, unmute yourself and show us your video, please?
Hello, Zoom user. Your name is listed as Zoom user. You're on the panel.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? Welcome.
Yes, I am Tabitha. Can I speak?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead and speak. Tabitha, you cannot speak because you're a founder, okay?
Oh.
Tabitha, this is not a founders meeting. You can come to a founders meeting, or you can send me a text or that you normally do, and I'll respond to it, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Tabitha. Okay, next we have the Sudhanshu. The. Hi, Joseph. We see Joseph. Okay, we'll go with Joseph. Please unmute yourself, Joseph, and ask the panel a question.
Hey, I was wondering, seeing that the launch hasn't taken place yet, does that mean nobody here has received any money at all yet, or are you guys already receiving money?
Okay, Red's going to answer that question, Joseph.
How you doing, mate? Nice to hear an English accent on the webinar today. Quite frankly, none of us have received a penny from this. A lot of us have been in OnPassive for a long time because we see the vision and what is coming our way. This is exactly what Ash Mufareh wants. He wants to have visionaries and people who can see what OnPassive is going to bring to the internet space on board with him. He has got no desire for people to be here just for the money and nothing else. Obviously, we all want to make a residual income online, and that is exactly why we are here. But he also wants more than just that person as a founder. And this is why everybody won't be a founder, because it does not fit the bill for everybody. But to answer your question, anybody who is a founder right now in OnPassive has not made any money from OnPassive because we have not launched to the world. We are in the pre-launch process. When we get to soft launch, okay, we'll be beta testing. There will be small bonuses for people who build teams. But the main money will be made when we launch to the world and the customers come in to pay for the products and services, and that is how we will get our commission. I hope that's helped.
Does that answer? Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So any idea roughly when the launch is going to be? I'm sure everybody's asking that question.
Who would like to answer about the launch?
I'll answer it.
Go
Susie.
on then. Go on, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah, let me answer it. We are in pre-launch right now. Ash is releasing the products to us right now. We're able to review them. we will go into soft launch within the next 10 weeks, okay? Once we go into soft launch, we're actually going to be able to use the products of OnPassive. And this is Ash Mufarah's timeline. Once that happens, we're going to go into hard launch very, very quickly. He hasn't given us a time frame on there, but it is not months or years, it's weeks. So that'll give you an idea of where we're at, when the money's going to start coming in. It will start coming in at soft launch, small portions. And then when we go into hard launch, buckle up, because your life is going to change. Okay? Very good.
Okay, Joseph, is that it for your questions? Okay, great. Thank you for joining us today. Get back to the person who invited you. Okay, VV Sudhanshu has their hand up. If you would unmute yourself and ask your question. VV Sudhanshu. Hey.
Hello, Sosi. Hi.
Your question.
Hi, Sosi.
Hello, go ahead with your question.
I am from India.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. This is midnight also, and my question is, everyone we know our God, but our earth God is.
Okay, I'm just going to stop you there. We are not a political or religious company, okay? And if you are asking questions about religion, we don't answer those sort of questions on this webinar, I'm afraid, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. We're going to go on to our next question in the chat. I have a flower shop. I market my flower shop with OnPassive. Okay, Red.
I love these type of questions. And you know something, this is really what is going to explode, in my opinion, OnPassive for the small entrepreneur business person who is out there at the moment. Flower shop is something close to my heart because my daughter is a florist, so I know a little bit about flowers, not a lot, but I do know a little bit. So say, for instance, your flower shop and you want to market it through the OnPassive platform. There's two things that you will get with OnPassive. Three actually. Not only will you be a founder in OnPassive, so you'll be making a residual income from the tools, products and services of OnPassive that they will drive traffic to your own website. Okay, and you'll be getting commissions from OnPassive. But also if you host your business on the OnPassive platform, OnPassive will drive traffic to your florist business as a standalone business. Okay, and the way that you're going to do that is if you do any sort of marketing at the moment, if you do it on Facebook, etc., how you market on these platforms is you select genres, so ages, countries, areas, and interests. We will have exactly the same formats available to you so you can select your area. So say, for instance, your floristry is on Vancouver Island, for instance, you'll be able to market all of your business through the OnPassive platform to the Vancouver Island area. Okay, so then not only will people come to your website through the marketing of OnPassive, okay, and buy your flowers, but also there's a fair chance that that person will also buy a product or service of OnPassive's. Now, here's the other thing that I said, there's three ways that you can market it. Within OnPassive ecosystem, we're going to have a marketplace very similar to Facebook. At the moment, there is 677,000 founders in OnPassive. That is 677,000 potential customers for your business that will be able to see your business on our own marketplace. So I'm very excited for the small business to get involved with OnPassive because it really is going to shake up their business and drive traffic to them when they need it the most. Hope that helps.
Excellent answer. Thank you, Red. We have someone asking, if I become a founder today, when am I going to pay your one last payment? And I'll answer that. If you become a founder today, you pay $97, plus if you use a credit card, which we recommend, it's a $5 processing fee. And then when we have our official launch to the globe, that is when you will make that one-time payment. We're not sure about the amount. We're thinking around $200 to $250 out of pocket, and that's it. Those are the two payments out of pocket. So hope that answers it. Just looking through the chat if we have any other questions. Okay, we answered that. Okay, Felicia says, thank you, Red. The other people that have their hands up, I brought them on and they've gone back and forth. So if we don't have any other questions, if anyone wants to add any more things before we sign off, if you think that's a good idea. Marty? Good idea.
Charles unmuted himself. Charles, what do you got?
All right, guys. I hope this was very helpful. If you are a guest, just go back to whoever invited you, become part of the family. You don't want to miss out. Our next guest webinar is Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please do your own time zone conversion. Also, Marty just put his address, his email address. He will be very willing to send you a copy of this meeting, a recording. So if you're interested, get in touch with him. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Charles. Thank you for everybody on the panel. Wonderful explanation today and answers to everyone's questions. And I just want to end it with, get in, because if you're in, you will win. And like I said, my special experience is I get a good feel for people, and the people we're surrounded with on OnPassive are the best I've been around. So catch the vision, jump on board, reach out to the person who invited you, and we'll see you at our private webinars, because then you're going to have access to that. You're going to keep learning even more, and you're going to get more and more excited like the rest of us. Okay.
Bye-bye.